Another PlayStation game. Surprise. I'm sure you guys know I only really play PlayStation games. Sony Computer Entertainment America. It's Europe. Although I suppose it wouldn't be that. It's an Insomniac game. There's a ninja that's stealing something, and there is Spyro. Spyro Year the Dragon. I don't know what year it is. I think it's Monkey, but I might not be right. Ooh, that ninja just freezes in place. And Spyro's just like, what? So you get to select an icon for this. So we have a Sleepy King, Zoe, Moneybags, Hunter, Sparks, or Spyro. So we'll use Spyro's head. An evil plot unfolds. Ooh. Is it because everyone's snoring? We should probably stop snoring. Lady. You're ruining my lawn! Get off me lawn! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. That is them stealing 150 eggs. You suck. Other dragon, you also suck. Powerful villain emerges. Emerges.
We managed to capture the eggs, Your Highness. Every last one.
Excellent. Maybe you will amount to something after all. Now, go guard the tunnels. Stop anyone from coming through.
I question why Zoe is there. Unless she followed them down the tunnels.
Where are the eggs?
The holes came out on the other side of the dragon worlds. We found some of the eggs, but they were too heavy to carry back.
The other side of the world?
The Forgotten Worlds. Spyro, you'll have to go. Nobody else can fit down the holes.
Yeah, come on, let's go!
Why did you need to take a run up, Hunter?
Find the eggs and bring them back, Spyro. You're our only chance.
You got it!
It's just gonna shoot down. Hopefully those things are a straight shot. Just pop out the other side of the earth. An adventure begins. It says the, but you know. There's Hunter. Bye, Hunter. So it's the same as every other Spyro game. We can run. And by that I mean charge. We can breathe fire. We jump. We glide. We can hover. We can ground pound. We can swim underwater. We can swim in this game. Everything we unlocked from the second game, if you watch the second game, is still with us. We didn't forget it. I'm so used to this overworld music, you have no idea. Way to go, Spyro. So collect gems. In this game, the other collectible is eggs. As you can see, there's an egg over there, which we should probably grab. But first, let me grab more gems. Hello, egg. Isabel. Aww. You're a bit of a chubby dragon. So we must find eggs. There are 150 eggs. And I forgot there was a cutscene here. Look at this rainbow! Oh, hello.
So, you're the one in charge of rescuing the eggs, huh? How sad. Look here, Dragon. If you know what's good for you, you'll turn around and crawl back up that hole you came through. Those eggs belong to us now, and I've hidden them in places you'll never find in 1,000 years. Besides, even if you could find an egg, our expertly trained armies will dispose of you and take it back. Do I make myself clear? If I find you here again, I am going to be very angry. And you won't like me when I'm angry.
I have some things to explain. First, I found an egg here. Second, it hatched the moment I walked towards it. So, even if you did defeat me, you now have to deal with a crying baby dragon. So, I have, you might want to think about that.
Spyro, to look left or right, press the L2 or R2 buttons. To quickly center the camera behind you, press the L1 or R1 button. You can look all around by holding the triangle button down.
Thanks, Zoe. And you get zapped because that is checkpoints. So yeah, the game is more story driven again. Obviously we've had an enemy just turn up to us in yellows at the beginning. Look, it's money bags. But there's no way we have enough money to pay him yet, so let's continue exploring. The gems all have different values. Red ones are 1, green ones are 2, purple ones are 5, and gold ones are 10. I believe there might be the slightly different coloured ones, like a reddish colour, which are worth 25, but yeah. Look, a giant rock. Never in 1,000 years, you say? Oh, quit crying, Liam. I told you you'd have to deal with crying baby dragons. But no, we're just gonna capture them. You can't activate that hole because it requires 10 eggs. You can tackle levels in any order so long as you've got enough eggs. Eggs. But yeah. 200 gems, exactly. Now I just don't want to collect anymore. I think it's always going to tell us about passive camera.
Your game camera is currently in passive mode. This mode requires you to control the camera yourself and moves more slowly. If you like, I can change the game camera to active mode. In active mode, the camera moves much faster.
I prefer active mode.
Your camera is now in active mode and will move faster. If you don't like it, come back and see me, or change it yourself by using the options menu.
I'm all about. Hey, Hunter.
I see an egg at the bottom of this lake. I would go get it, but I don't want to get my fur all wet. Maybe you could get it. You can dive underwater by pressing the square button when you're on the surface, and charge underwater by holding down the square button.
Exact same mechanics as the last game. Which is to say, it's the same. But we still won't 100% levels, because as you can see, if I hold down all... Well, you can't see me hold down all the shoulder buttons, but in the second game, that you could use that to locate gems you hadn't got. Sparks doesn't have that ability. Yet. Hello, Bruce, what are you doing underwater? This isn't safe for you to hatch. Although it seems dragons can just breathe underwater infinitely, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much. Bum, 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 bum. I love this music. It's just so good. Grabbing gems. There's not much to talk about for this overworld, really. I'm just grabbing all the gems. And as you can see, the levels are locked. We can unlock them by getting eggs. We've got free. So far, at least, but we can get some more, because there's more in here, I think. How did I miss? No, whatever. Yo, Hunter. How's your face?
Yo, Spyro, I just found one of those portal thingamajigs that leads to a different world, but you'll have to glide to get across to it. Press the X button to jump, then press the X button again while you're in the air to glide. Just follow me.
So, almost identical to the first game. And by first, I mean second. Well, technically, you know, you were taught about the glide.
To get
what? Just because I wanted to get the gems first. Cloud Spires.
I saw something shiny in that cave
There was
over
something
there.
like that in
Let's go
the
check
second
it
game,
out.
actually.
You can get there by hovering. To hover, just press the triangle button at the end of your glide.
Just like the second game, Hunter will actually teach us all about these jumping mechanics as well. I think at the end he gives us an
I
egg.
almost forgot. I found this egg.
Yep, there you go. So instead of giving us an orb, he gives us an egg. His name is Coltran. Oh, he's so happy. There's some stuff down here as well that we need to get. So there's 4 eggs already.
This is a super glide power-up, Spyro. Whenever you walk through any power-up that looks like this one, it will allow you to fly for a while.
Sweet. But first we want to get all the gems. I think there's 400 in this world. It's 400 or 500. At this rate, it looks like it's going to be 400. So I'm missing 1 green gem. Joy! Power-ups are timed, and in this one, they actually, you know, scroll down as opposed to just blinking at different points. There's an egg. Amy! She's got little bows in her hair. But they must be genetic. We found 5 out of 5 of the things, and we're missing a gem. Now, if you fly fast enough, you can actually get that butterfly. Let's just have a quick scout around, see if we can find that green gem. Oh, I found it. Yeah, that is this overworld done. We can tell it says level complete, but you can press select and you'll open the atlas, which tells us how to get each egg. Tells us the levels, so there's Sunny Villa, Cloud Spires, Molten Crater, Seaside Shores, Mushroom Speedway, Sheila Alps, and Buzz's Dungeon. How overall the worlds are, and other things like that, so it's very good. And go back, so we'll talk to Moneybags now, because I think we've got enough.
Spyro! My, how funny to see you here. Why, I haven't seen you since we defeated Ripto in Avalar.
There's no we in this.
My business went into a slump after you left, so I came here and struck up a nice deal with the local sorceress. Lovely woman she is. Seems to be very fond
Didn't
of
seem
dragons,
lovely.
too.
Also not.
I'm getting paid a fortune to keep Sheila the kangaroo locked up. The pesky animal must have been causing a lot of trouble for that poor sorceress. I suppose I could accidentally let the kangaroo escape if you were to pay me, say, a small fee.
So we have enough to free Sheila, so we're going to do that.
Ah, Spyro, I love your sweet naivete. Your kind-hearted nature might be your downfall someday, but for the time being, it's making me rich.
I mean, you could have just grabbed some of the things that were right next to you, but okay. No hard feelings.
I hope you appreciate this favor I'm doing in letting you out.
That's good of you, mate. No hard feelings, eh?
Right. After all, I'm just doing my job.
We should just rob that money back.
I reckon you'd be one of them dragons then.
Yeah, name's Spyro.
Never thought I'd see one. You dragons used to rule this entire world, you know. Then all of a sudden you left. Poof.
Dragons used to live here?
Didn't you know? They say it was over 1,000 years ago, I think.
And they just left?
Yeah, and the weird thing is, after they left, all the magic in the world just sort of went with them. I mean, they say this world used to have magic coming out the wazoo. Flying ships, singing forests, wishing stones, you name it. But when the dragons left, it all just dried up.
Is that why some of the portals don't work?
Yeah, they're starting to fade out too, one by one. Well, I gotta get back home and do some damage control. Come visit anytime you like.
The adventure continues. So instead of power-ups in this game, Moneybags tells you companions, which you will interact with in other levels, which basically leads to certain eggs being locked out until you've unlocked the compatriot. And obviously, because there's one per world, you might find a section in a world where it's like, oh, you can't do this because you need this character. But it'll tell you that. So in the next part, we'll do Sheila's Alps.